Don't feel pressured or hold pressured. Your parami. There is no real self in the parami. Open up completely. Don't hold pressures. Your mind. It's no real self, no real identity in the mind. It's just something it is assumed up. Only temporarily. It's not the real self in the mind. Don't hold pressures of your mind. Don't worry about your mind. Don't try to keep your mind. You are trying to grasp on something that is ungraspable. So dissolve both grasping and not grasping. Dissolve it. Both grasping and not grasping. Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. About cut is the same. Dissolve both cut and not cut. Cut both cut and not cut. Nibbana doesn't have either cut or not cut. Grasping or not grasping. Dissolve both cut and not cut. Dissolve both grasping and not grasping. Not grasping both grasping and not grasping. Cut both cut and not cut. Don't worry about holding, keeping your mind. It is anatta. What is it that is trying to keep the mind, that attached to the mind? It is desire, delusive attachment desire that is making you holding pressures of your mind. There is no real self, no real identity of the mind. It's something we assume up. The knowing itself has no real identity, no real existence. It's only the delusive attachment that make you think that there is a real knowing, something to hold on to. It's only temporarily. But if you hold on to it, because of your delusive attachment, it will be a long time for you. So dissolve both cut and not cut. Not grasping both grasping and not grasping. Dissolve both grasping and not grasping. And together with everything, that is the great compassion. Together with everything is great compassion. And the power will be beyond just release the release. It will be the dissolution without a trace altogether. Don't hold pressures of your mind. The mind is anicca, is anatta. Something that's not relate to either relating and not relating. There is no binding, no obligation to the mind, to any Dhamma state. We only assume up the mind for temporary use, but we become attached to what we assume up to use. Whatever we assume up, mindfulness, meditation, the mind, my power, everything we assume up and we become attached. Is only the attachment, the delusive attachment, that make us feel that all those belong to us. We are trying to attach something that is non-attaching in themselves. That's why it's tiring. So unlock yourself from all these attachments, from not grasping both grasping and not grasping right away, from give up both give up and not giving up right away, not attach both attach and not attach, not attach both attach and not attach. Altogether, unlock yourself. Unlock yourself. Don't hold yourself locked with anything. When you're not grasping both grasping and not grasping, don't stay or fixate on grasping or not grasping. Don't bind yourself to something that isn't about binding, something that is non-attaching in themselves. Don't attach to something that is non-attaching, and you won't
ไม่หมด
suffer.
แต่บำเพ็ญทุกกิริยาอยู่
You won't torture yourself if you don't try to attach.
ปลดล็อกเลยทั้งเอาทั้ง
Unlock
ไม่เอาเลย
yourself from both grasping and not
เอา
grasping.
ทั้งเอาทั้งไม่เอา
Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping.
นี่แหละมันจะได้หมดผู้ติดหมดผู้หลุดมันไม่มี
And there is no one who is attached or detached. There is no real self in either attaching or detaching. It's only something that is not real, a desire,
เพื่อกันปัญหา
a manipulator.
ตัวผู้ติดตัวผู้หลุดจริงๆมันไม่มีหรอกนะ
There is no real self, no one that is truly attached or detached.
หามือเสี้ยมเป็นพัก
Only a desire that make you think that you are attached or detached from time to time.
ๆมันไม่ใช่ตัวตนในจิต
There is no real self, no real identity in the mind.
มันแค่ตัณหาเสี้ยมบทานเป็นพัก
It's only the delusive attachment, desire, that make you think,
ๆมันก็แค่หลงติดหลงยึดหลงเกาะหลง
make
ยึ
you
ด
identify,
เอง
make you attach, and hold on to the mind from time to time.
ปลดล็อกเลยลูก
Unlock yourself,
คลายทิ้งคลาย
release the release, relax the relax.
จากไม่เอามันทั้งเอาทั้ง
From
ไม่
not
เอา
grasping, both grasping and not grasping, all together throughout.
มันไม่ใช่ตัวตนในการเอาในการไม่เอา
There is no real self, no real identity in either grasping or not grasping. So clear all of them,
เอาในไม่เอามัน
dissolve them.
ไม่เอาในไม่เอา
There is nothing, no meaning in either grasping or not grasping.
พานี่สลายทิ้งหมด
Nibbana dissolves
ทั้งเอา
all,
ไม่เอา
both grasping and not grasping.
ไม่อย่างนั้นมันก็นิพพานไม่ได้อะ
Otherwise there is
ทิ้งหมด
no Nibbana.
ไม่มันทั้งไม่ทั้งไม่
Nibbana dissolved, both
มัน
cut
ไม่ใช่
and
ตัว
not
ตน
cut.
ในไม่ในไม่ไม่
There is no real self, no real identity in either cut or not cut.
ไม่เอามันทั้งเอาทั้ง
Not
ไม่เอา
grasping, both grasping and not grasping.
มันไม่ใช่ตัวตนในเอาในไม่เอา
There is no real self, no real identity in grasping or not grasping.
อย่าเลยลูกอย่า
Everything, everything.
สลายทิ้งเลย
Dissolved
ไม่เกี่ยวอะ
Both relate, not relate. There is no real self, no real identity. It's not either
มันไม่
relating
เกี่ยวทั้งเกี่ยว
or not
ไม่เกี่ยว
relating. It is something that's not related to either relating or not relating.
ทุกอย่าง
Everything,
ไม่ถือดี
everything. Keep open up.
ๆเพราะลูกไปสร้างความคุ้นเคยแบบคับแคบขึ้น
Because
โดยเฉพาะใน
we are familiar with the narrowness.
เฉพาะในในอยู่
When we focus, that is our habit, our
ทุกอย่าง
familiarity.
ขึ้นมาแก้
So we have to think of the word everything
ทุกอย่าง
to fix that.
โยโย่
Use the word everything and you will open up.
ก็ล้างไปเลยไม่เอา
And dissolve
ทั้งไม่เอาล้าง
both
เอาตัวไม่เอา
Grasping and not grasping.
ทุกอย่างแล้วก็ล้างเลยทั้งตัวเอาไม่เอา
Everything and
ไม่
then
เอาทั้งเอา
not grasping, both grasping and not grasping to dissolve, both grasping and not grasping, dissolved, cut and not cut, cut both cut and not cut,
สลายไปเลย
dissolved,
ไม่ไหม้
both cut and not
ไหม้
cut,
มันทั้งไหม้ทั้งไม่ไหม้
cut both cut and not cut.
ช่ตัวตนในยึดในไม่ยึดลูก
There is no real self.
ลูกก็ล้าง
It either attached or not attached. So dissolve both attached and not
ยึด
attached.
ไม่ยึดอ่ะ
Both attached and not attached has to be dissolved. Not attached, both attached and not attached. From not grasping, both grasping and not grasping constantly. And the delusion to identify with self with the mind will be dissolved automatically. Keep recalling. Expand out, open out, not grasping, both grasping and not grasping, all the same, everything. So it is a release that released, a lotus that is in bloom and let go of the blooming for the samsara. Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping, with everything. Make all and everything one and the same. Throughout the samsara, everything, not grasping, both grasping and not grasping, not attached, both attached and not attached, all the same throughout. And that is the nibbana that blessed the samsara, that dissolved the samsara. To extinguish and empty out all and everything. It isn't about identifying with things. Using the mind, identifying with things. From not grasping, the non-grasping itself. With everything. It isn't about using the mind toward things. It isn't anything about the mind. Dissolve it. Dissolve both cut and not cut. Dissolve both grasping and not grasping. Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. Dissolve both cut and not cut. Cut both cut and not cut. Dissolve both grasping and not grasping. Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. And that will be the extinguishment for everything, or it is nibbana that blessed the samsara. Don't keep on identifying with things. Identifying means karma. Karma and karma. Delusive attachment karma, desire karma. It's all about karma if you identify. Nibbana is about dissolving both cut and not cut. By cut, both cut and not cut. And everything, always together with everything. Everything all the same, one and the same. There is no difference. Cut both cut and not cut throughout. So there is no more difference. Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. So there is no more difference among things throughout. It isn't either a matter of the personal or a matter of public or the whole. If it is still a
ทาน
matter
ล้างหมดทั้งส่วนตัว
of a person, it's still a samsara. A matter of
ร
public
วมแล้วนี่มันสลายหมด
or a whole is still a samsara. So nibbana isn't either personal matter or public matter. It dissolves both.
นั่นแหละนิพพานจบช่วยสังสารวัฏนิพพานจบ
There
ช่วย
is nibbana that ends for the samsara, that bless the samsara. Dissolve both cut and not cut. By cut, both cut and not cut. Don't stay with either cut or not cut. That's still a concept of cut and not cut. If you cut both cut and not cut. So it dissolved both cutting and not cutting. And that would be the end of both cut and not cut. No more cut or not cut. To let go, both let go and not let go. Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. End for the samsara with one sentence, within one sentence, end for everything for the samsara. Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. Keep recalling. Don't focus on seeing, knowing. Release the release. Relax the relax. Don't fixate on knowing, seeing. Keep on release the released. Relax the relaxed. Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. Release the release. Don't fixate and focus on knowing, seeing. Don't intend and fixate on the intent. Keep on release the released. Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. Keep on recalling. Use the reminder and dissolve the reminder. Not grasping, both grasping and not grasping. Let go, both let go and not let go. Not attach, both the attach and not attach. Use the sentence that dissolve the sentence. Use the reminder that dissolve the reminders. Don't fixate on knowing, seeing, or looking. Don't intend and fixate on the intent. Don't have to anything and fixate on that having to. Release the release.
ไหมข้างหลังอ่ะข้างหลังได้ยินไหมอย่าไปตั้งค้างตั้ง
Don't fixate on having intention. Don't fixate on knowing, seeing. Dissolve both cut and not cut. Cut both cut and not cut. It isn't about grasping. Not grasping both, grasping and not grasping.
มันจะได้เป็นเนื้อหานิพพานโปรด
So that
ทศวร
is
รษจริงๆ
become the essence of Nibbana, a true essence of Nibbana, that blessing, the samsara.
น้ำหลีล้างน้ำหลีไปเรื่อยๆเอา
Remind yourself
ไม่เอา
and dissolve the reminding, not grasping both, grasping and not grasping. So it dissolve any intention, any fixation on knowing, seeing,
มันจะได้ล้าง
or focus on the mind. It will help dissolve any intention, any fixation.
แม้กระทั่งตัวที่เอง
Let go, even the letting go.
ไม่เอาแม้กระทั่งตัว
Not
ไม่เอา
grasping,
เอง
even the non-grasping itself.
ไม่เอาแม้กระทั่ง
Not
ตัว
grasping,
ไม่เอาเอง
even the non-grasping itself.
ทิ้งแม้กระทั่งตัว
You
ที่
let go,
เอง
even the letting go itself. That
จะได้
is
ล้างไอ้ตัวตั้งค้าง
to dissolve any intention, any fixation.
ค้างตั้งต้องค้างต้อง
Fixation on the fixation.
ดูค้าง
having
ดู
to
รู้กับค้างเลย
with the having to.
ค้าง
Seeing and fixate on the seeing.
ค้าง
That is what remain. That is
ซ้อนตัณหา
the fixation. Having delusive attachment and desire
ไม่เคย
overlaying.
เอาใครแต่ใครเอาตัวดูรู้ก็ไม่เคยเอาใคร
Seeing
ใครก็ไม่
never
เอา
grasp on anything, but you always grasp on the seeing. Knowing never grasp on anyone, but you always grasp on the knowing.
มีแต่ใครๆไป
So
เอา
only that desire
ตัวดู
that overlay the knowing,
ใครมีแต่ใครๆไป
the
เอาตัว
seeing
เห็น
itself
ตัวดูนั่นแหละเขาเรียกว่า
never grasp on anyone, never hold on anyone,
ทานซ้อน
but it is the attachment, the desire that overlay knowing, seeing. So not grasping, even the non-grasping itself, that is to release the released, relax the relaxed.
จะได้โดยนิพพานโปรดสัง
So
สวัฏ
it will be
ล้วนๆไป
Nibbana, a true Nibbana that blessed the samsara.
อะไรกับอะไรไม่ใช่มัว
Don't
แต่
keep on
อะไรกับจิต
focusing, identifying with the mind,
อะไร
or using the mind toward things.
สลายทิ้งเลยทั้งตัวเอาตัวไม่เอา
Dissolve both grasping and not
เอา
grasping.
มันทั้งเอาทั้งไม่เอา
By not grasping both, grasping and not grasping.
มันจึงจะกลายเป็นดับล้างว่าง
And
ล้าง
that
สังสาร
will
วัฏ
become the
แทน
extinction, the emptiness that dissolves the samsara.
สลายทิ้งเลยทั้งตัวสละตัวไม่สละนั่นน่ะ
Dissolve both
สละมัน
giving
ทั้ง
up
สละทั้งไม่
and
ส
not
ละ
giving up.
สละมันทั้ง
Give
ตัว
out
สละ
both,
ตัวไม่
give
สละ
out and not give out.
สลายทิ้งเลยลูกทั้งตัวละตัวไม่ละ
Dissolve both, renounce and not
ตัว
renounce.
ละตัวไม่ละ
Renounce both, renounce and not renounce.
สรุปแล้วก็ไม่ยึดมันทั้งยึดทั้งไม่ยึดนั่นแห
In
ละ
conclusion, it's not attached, both attached and not attached, not grasping both, grasping and not grasping. That's the conclusion.
มันไม่ใช่ตัวปฏิบัติตัวปฏิ
It
บัติ
isn't about a practice. If you practiced,
ตัวเจริญก็
it keeps on and on.
ตัวเจริญ
It's a cycle. If you cultivate, it's also a cycle.
อะไรนะครับที่เข้าไปปฏิบัตินั่นน่ะมันตัณหาทั้งนั้นเลยก็
It's
ตัว
only
ตัณ
desire.
หานั่นเอง
Desire is the
ตัณ
one
หาเป็นผู้เจริญ
who caused
ตัณหาเป็น
the
ผู้ปฏิบัติ
practice,
ตัณหาเป็นผู้เสวยผล
and it's the one who is practicing.
ดำ
and it is the one who will get the result, and it is the desire
หาเป็นผู้เจริญ
who create realms of existence.
นั่นแหละหลวงพ่อเรียกว่าตัวหานะ
That is what Luang Por called an asshole. So the desire is what Luang Por called an asshole.
มันไม่ใช่ตัวปฏิบัติ
Not relate, both relate and not relate. It isn't about practice. It is about the ending. It is about the quitting. It's not grasping the non-grasping. It's not attached to the non-attachment. It isn't about to practice.
ตัวปฏิบัติเนี่ยมันเป็นตัวสร้างภพสร้างภูมิเลย
A practice. To practice. It is a creation of realm of existence.
สังสารวัฏกับภูมิไปเรื่อย
Whatever you
เส้
practice,
นกลางชั้นล่างก็สังสารวัฏ
it becomes a realm of existence, no matter how low or high the realm is.
มนุษย์ไม่เลิกเป็นมนุษย์
A human keeps on being human. Devas keep on being
มาร
deva.
ก็ไม่เลิกเป็นมารกับเป็นโตเป็น
Brahmin keep on being Brahmin. If you keep on practice,
มารก็ไม่เลิก
even the monk keep on being monks. Maharaj
เป็นสังสารวัฏกับ
stay Maharaj. If you still
สิ่งที่มันไม่
practice,
เป็นทั้งไม่เป็น
it isn't something that is either is or is not, being or not being.
มนุษย์ไม่เลิกเป็นมนุษย์อะเทวดาก็ไม่เลิกเป็นเทวดาพรหมก็ไม่เลิกเป็น
Human beings keep on being
พระ
humans.
มารก็ไม่เลิกเป็นมาร
Devas keep on being devas. Monks being monks.
เป็นตุ
Maras being Maras. Keep on being because you keep on practicing. It is something that is not, either is or is not.
สลายทิ้งให้หมดแหละ
So dissolve both,
ไม่มันทั้ง
dissolve
ไม่
them all. Cut both cut and not cut.
ไม่ตั้งมันทั้งตั้งทั้งไม่ตั้ง
Not intent, both intent and not intent. Not have to, both have to or not have to. Dissolve them all.
มายึดก็ลูกก็มายึดมันทั้ง
Do not
ทั้งไม่ยึด
attach,
นั่นแหละ
not attach, both attach and not
สลายทิ้ง
attach.
เลย
Dissolve
ยึดตัวมายึด
both the attach and not
มัน
attach.
เป็นวิถีขึ้นมาได้ยังไงล่ะวิถียึดวิถีไม่ยึดเป็น
It
วิถี
become a
ไม่ได้
path,
ยังไงก็
a path
ผู้สร้าง
To attach and not attach because of
ปัญ
desire.
หาเป็นผู้อุปโลก
Desire
ปัญหาเป็นผู้
is the one
เจริญ
who create this concept of attach and not attach, and it is the one who practice, who cultivate attaching and not attaching. That's why it become a path to practice.
ติดไม่หลุดอะไรแล้ว
What is it about being attached
ไม่ยึดทั้งยึดทั้งไม่ยึด
and detach? Not attach, both attach and not attach.
แต่ตัณหาเสี้ยมเนี่ย
It's only being manipulated and misled by desire to practice this one, that one, take this path, that path.
ในสังสารวัฏนี่มันมีอยู่ตระกูลเดียวเท่านั้นแหละตระกูลเสี้ยม
In the samsara,
มีตระกูล
it's all about manipulation, being manipulated, manipulating one another.
ที่บอกว่าหลายๆตระกูลหลายตระกูลเนี่ยรวมแล้วเป็นตระกูลเดียวกันหมดเป็นตระกูลเสี้ยม
In the samsara, you might think that there are different kinds of existence, but it's all about misleading, manipulation.
แล้วก็แยกกันเป็นเสี้ยม
And you
ตระกูลเล็กตระกูลน้อย
divide
ตระ
up
กูลปลีกย่อย
into
ตาม
many
มา
kinds
แยกกันเป็นเสี้ยม
of samsara, many types, but it's all about misleading one another, manipulating one another.